God did you have to make my poor old horse lose a shoe just before the Sabbath? That wasn't nice. It's enough you pick on me, Tevye. Bless me with 5 daughters, a life of poverty. But what have you got against my horse? Sometimes when things are too quiet up there, I think you say to yourself, what mischief can I play on my friend Tevye today? You made many, many poor people, God. Well, I realize it's no shame to be poor. There's no great honor either. So what would be so terrible if I had a small fortune? If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle man, I'd build a big tall house with rooms by the dozen right in the middle of the town. Fine tin roof and real wooden floors below. And there'd be one long staircase just going up, and one even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. I'd fill my yard with chicks and turkeys and geese and ducks for the town to see and hear, squawking just as noisily as they can. And each lamp would land like a trumpet on the ear, as if to say, here lives a wealthy man. If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum, all day long I'd biddy-biddy-bum. If I were a wealthy man, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. If I were a bitty-bitty rich diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle man, I'd see my wife, my Goldie, looking like a rich man's wife with a proper double chin, supervising meals to her heart's delight. I see her putting on airs and strutting like a peacock. Oh, what a happy mood she's in, and screaming at the servants day and night. The most important men in town would come to fawn on me. They would ask me to advise them, like a Solomon wise. If you please, Reb Tevye, pardon me, Reb Tevye, posing problems that would cross a rabbi's eyes. La-da-dee, la-dee, la-dee. And it won't make one bit of difference if I answer right or wrong. When you're rich, they think you really know. If I were rich, I'd have the time that I lack to sit in the synagogue and pray. Maybe have a seat by the eastern wall, and I discuss the holy books with the learned men 7 hours every day, and that would be the sweetest thing of all. If I were a rich man, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. All day long I'd biddy-biddy-boom. If I were a wealthy man, hey, wouldn't have to work hard. Diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dum. Lord, who made the lion and the lamb, you decreed I should be what I am. Would it spoil some vast eternal plan if I were a wealthy man? I first sang that in the Nelson Operatic Show in 1977, and I've been dining out on it ever since. Fiddler on the Roof is quite a special show. Not everybody digs things Jewish, granted, but it has a universal story and wonderful drawn characters. A story of simple joy, grinding poverty, and that wonderful ability of humans to overcome misery and despair. The folk in Anatevka lived in constant fear of the Jewish pogroms, the Tsarists who drove Jews out of Russia. This was in the early part of last century, between around about 1900 and the Great War. And they drove tens of thousands of Jews out of Russia to resettle in either Europe or the United States or wherever. But these folk lived in constant fear of that. So it wasn't exactly an easy life they led. Now, another show that I did, hang on, I think we'd better finish getting these things off, hadn't we? Another show that I enjoyed doing, but back in hometown Napier in 1958. Gosh, doesn't time fly when you're having fun? Okay, I've got another set. There now. We'll do the lot. And somewhere, here we go. Yes, I played in Oklahoma and played the part of Curly, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Oklahoma starts with Aunt Ella working an old-fashioned butter churn, sitting in the middle of her yard in summer, working at butter churn. And Curly strolls on and sings as he comes on.